Coming up on this episode of Organization Motivation, it's Kitchen Confusion Conclusion. Watch as we work with our client Michael to clear the clutter in his recently renovated kitchen so he can cook and entertain for family and friends. Not only did the Declutter Coach team get rid of clutter, but we organized Michael's kitchen to be more efficient. Then we stop in at J.K. Lumber in New Hartford and visit with our good friend Sam to learn about railing options for your deck. The staff at J.K. Lumber are available to help you with all of your decking needs. All this and more coming up on this episode of Organization Motivation, brought to you by J.K. Lumber. As a Declutter Coach, my team and I help families and businesses cut the clutter, get organized, and lead a more productive and stress-free life. Come along on our journey as we help our clients and find the motivation you need to make positive changes in your life. This is Organization Motivation. We are here today on a very, very cold day in early January to help our client Michael. We are here to help him get his kitchen organized. He'd like to be able to have friends and family over, and of course we have the Declutter Coach crew, Mary, Carol, and Betsy with us today, and we are ready to get started to give Michael back the kitchen of his dreams. Hi Michael! How are you?
Good.
Hello again.
Good to see you.
Good to see you. You're nice and
Oh,
warm. We're cold.
Cold hands, yeah.
Cold hands, warm heart.
Good. Great.
Hello there again.
Thank you.
Nice to see you again.
Perfect. All right.
Well, we are here today at the home of our client Michael, and Michael, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for allowing us to film our work with you today. So Michael gave us a call, and we came and visited him a few weeks ago and did our initial consultation. Mary, Carol, and I were here, and we want to talk about your kitchen.
Okay.
So tell us what made you contact us to give you a hand with getting this organized.
Well, I just had the kitchen remodeled a little over a year ago, and you know, it was nice, and I really liked it. And then little by little, the clutter came back. You know.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I mean, Mary, Carol, and I were commenting how beautiful it is.
The whole idea of having the kitchen redone was that I wanted to start having company over, and cooking for people and cooking for myself, and you know, suddenly it's back to I'm standing here at the counter with you.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. I've always been a person who just attracts paper and.
Okay. Well, one of the things we're going to do, and we talked about this when we initially met, is we're going to help you obviously get this organized. We're also going to help you set up some systems, and we want you to change some habits, because what happens with clutter is if you do the same thing after we leave, it's going to come right back. So what we're here to do is also to transfer some of our skills and help you learn some new habits so that once we've gotten this all cleared up for you and it's the way you want it, you're going to be able to maintain it.
Yeah,
okay?
I mean, I made this office room next to the kitchen, and the idea was that this stuff was going to go there, but I never got the office room organized enough so that I could get things in there, and so they ended up back.
That's our next project.
Okay.
But we're going to start today. We've got Mary, Carol, and Betsy with us, so stay tuned, and you're going to see Michael's kitchen go from a little bit chaotic to calm and peaceful and organized.
Sounds good. Well, you know, it's mixed feelings because, as I said, I just had this room redone a little over a year ago, and I was so pleased with it, and it felt so good to sit down at the table and have my meals, or to think about, okay, I'm going to start to invite people over, and then little by little the clutter returned, and I started putting something over here because I didn't know where to put it, and then little by little it took over the whole table, and I'm back standing at the counter eating my meals quickly. So I still have the feeling for it that I like the way it turned out, but I'm kind of have a knot in my stomach because it's not the way I want it. It's not the room my friend and I designed. I have a friend who's a kitchen designer, and I can't use it the way I wanted to use it because I've allowed it to be so cluttered. And it's like, I used to have this habit of, I would have stuff like this, and then I would just sort of pick it up and put it someplace else, and then it would be there for a while. I just don't have the organizing gene or something. Even when I was a little kid, I was the type who had piles of stuff in my room. We used to spend Saturday morning cleaning the house, and I would do, my responsibility was to do my room, and it would take me most of the day to like take everything off, dust, put everything back, and put it in meter piles and things. Just, that's, I'm an accumulator. So, I sometimes tell people that my house is where bad paper goes to die, but I had, a few years ago, somebody asked me, what do you want for Christmas? I said, get me a shredder. So they went to one of the business supply places and they got a shredder, and I started to use it, and within, I don't know, like a couple of weeks it was shot. The blades were mangled and so on and so forth. So I went, about a year later I went out and tried again. I bought a bigger, higher powered one, and I put more paper in this thing. The same thing happened to it. Eventually it looked like jam and I couldn't get the paper in or out. And I still have the wastebasket part of it in the other room, but I had, I kill paper shredders. I don't know.
After the break, we stop in at JK Lumber and speak to our good friend Sam all about railing options for your deck. Don't go away.